Okay, since I released my last video on AI image generation, I've had a few people ask me if I could elaborate on a few things of how to get the type of images they're looking at. Now, the first thing I want to cover, which I didn't mention in the last video, is we use this web UI user BAT to actually launch the interface in the browser. But I'm going to just show you some changes you should make. By default, you will see all this, but what I want you to do is also add these items. This one will speed things up. This one will make sure that when we run it, it will auto launch in our browser. So you can just edit that in Notepad and save it. But we're going to launch that UI now. And what we'll see is on my other screen, it's now going to load up in a moment in my browser. So this is where we were in the last video. So we had the UI to generate our images. Now, I'm going to be discussing models now. Now, the way to think about models for AI, it's a bit like you imagine I'm an artist and I've been trained by Salvador Dali, and you ask me to paint a picture of a cup. There's a likelihood that I'm going to paint that in a similar style to what I was trained. Yeah, it doesn't mean I can't paint different images of, a line drawing and things like that, but I'll have that certain style because that's the way I've been trained. And this is the same for AI. AIs will be trained in a specific way. And there's lots of, generic models, but if you want a specific look and feel, you can actually choose a model that mimics the sort of things you're looking for. So a good place to go for these models is Civate. Okay, I've put you can see the URL there. I'll just maximize this. And what you can do, you make sure that you select models here. And also what I suggest you do is in your browsing mode, you select safe because there's some that will generate not suitable for work type images as well. And what it does, it gives you examples here of the type of look and feel that this particular model will create. So if we say, if you're looking for a particular one, so if you look at this one, real cartoon realistic. So all I need to do is if I select this one, okay, it gives you information and it gives you a few images of what the outputs can look like on this particular model. Okay, it doesn't mean that you're only restricted to women, which are showed in this case. You could show men as well. But what we need to do now, we're going to download this model, and they can be quite big. I'm going to choose the really big model here at 5.53 gigabytes. Okay, so it downloads this model. Now, while that's downloading, I'm going to show you how you actually then implement those models. So I'm going to open the folder structure again that we installed in the first video, and you go to the folder called models. And this is the folder that we initially copied the Stable Diffusion model into. Okay, and we then open up Stable Diffusion here. And you can see I've already copied models into here in addition to what I had before. And I'm going to also then wait for this one to download, Real Cartoon Realistic, so that I can show you how we can get different inputs or different outputs, different images, depending on the model that is used. Okay, so while that's loading, I've already got some models here, so I'm going to use those. So if we come back to our Stable Diffusion, you can see I can now, at this box, select the models that I currently have in the system. So I'll go to this Absolute Reality, and I'll say do a search for a prompt of male warrior, in a forest, low light. Okay, and I can just click generate. And you can see this is the sort of output that this particular model has given. Now, if I was to choose another one here, say Open Journey, it's just going to load in and generate. You see now it gives a slightly different look. And if I choose one, say Rev Animated, taking a while to load in. And then generate. You can see I've got a different look and feel again. Let's see how the download is going. Almost there. So this one is called Real Cartoon. So I'm going to open that. I'm going to cut this from here and I'm going to paste it to that folder I mentioned, my Stable Diffusion folder, and paste. Okay. I'm going to stop Stable Diffusion and then just rerun, just so that we can get the new information. You can see those arguments that I entered there that's been launched. And now I'm going to select the Real Cartoon, which I just downloaded. So Real Cartoon Realistic. And I'll try the same things. Male warrior in a forest. I won't put low light this time, and I'll just do this with a sword. And you can see there we've generated an image. I'll also put, so I'll type the word realistic. Oops. Realistic. Okay, and you see the type of things that you get, and you can keep trying until you get what you need. You can fine tune the prompts. You can put some negative prompts as well. So you could say, beard, and hopefully now, it would generate something without a beard, because we've said, a negative prompt as beard. If we wanted someone with a beard, we could actually put it in the positive prompt, and hopefully now we would get a warrior with a beard. So you can see how that works. I mean, you're not limited. I mean, you could also then put riding a horse. And you see there how it works. Okay, so you can see the world is your oyster when it comes to models. You can go on and on, as you've seen there. There's literally a ton of models, and you can actually search on the models. So you could say, if you're interested in cartoon type images, you can do a search and it will find all the cartoon related models that are available. For some reason, there seems to be the demo images that they display tend to be a preponderance of anime type stuff, but that doesn't mean it's limited to that. You can use these to generate all sorts of images, but that was cartoon based. I mean, if you type the word realistic, we'll probably get you see we get more realistic type faces just like this. Okay, but the world's your oyster, and enjoy.